everybody, and welcome to the Water Online Show. My name is Angela Godwin. I am your host today, and we are coming to you from the AWWA ACE convention here in Denver, Colorado. And my guest, please join me in welcoming Claudio Ternieden. Claudio, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Claudio is the executive director at WEMA, the Water and Wastewater Equipment Manufacturers Association. So, before we jump into the questions I have for you here today, if our viewers watching, they don't know anything about WEMA, can you give us sort of the elevator pitch? What do you guys do?
So we represent and advocate for manufacturers of water and wastewater equipment in Washington, D.C. We have over 100 members now. We've been around for 117 years. And so we do a lot of work that is related to regulations being implemented, Congress and some of the legislation that may impact you related to anything from Buy America, Build American to tariffs and drinking water implementation rules. Although on Capitol Hill right now, it's really the bill, right? Yeah. The tax bill, which is very important to everyone. But on the regulatory side, there are a lot of developments in the drinking water standards and things that can impact our members. So we pay attention to that. We track that. But also we work and collaborate with other associations in the space. No one association can get the results that our members in the water sector, in water professionals, municipalities, and the entire sector can accomplish it by themselves. Yes. So we have established in building on the relationships that we already had. We're continuing to build those relationships and those partnerships.
It's wonderful. Your members really have a seat at that table, right?
That is
like
correct.
A front row seat to what's going on.
That is correct, and that's the objective, right?
Yeah.
Is to be at the table, so that when you have a voice on key issues, and so we have a new strategic plan that highlights that our board approved in late last year, and highlights our advocacy priorities, highlights how we're going to grow our membership and how we're going to make sure they understand and know about us, and also our back end of WEMA. WEMA, we also got to move into the 21st century and adapt to all the new technologies that are coming out.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So when you're here at ACE this year, what's your focus?
My focus is to, of course, touch base with my members who are here and talk to them and thank them for their support, which is something I would like to do. Thank for your support for WEMA, those that are our members. We have some prospects that we're hoping will join us. We always like to have more folks see the value of the work that we do, but also to touch base with our members in the drinking water side of the world. And a lot of them are here, both in a consulting firm, in other areas, and also learn what's new. So talking to people and learning what's up, and it's only connecting like this that you're going to be able to do that.
Sure.
So we try to maintain that. Our meetings do a little bit of that, but they are set up differently. These are like ACE. They are set up to be a very broad group of folks and a big exhibit hall where we can learn a lot too about some of the new technologies. We sometimes have members that are showing their new technology, for the first time.
Yeah.
So sometimes that happens as well. So we try to track that also.
That's wonderful. That's fantastic. Speaking of technologies, are there any technology advancements that you're kind of keeping an eye on that are kind of exciting for you?
I think there was always R&D happening, research and development happening with our members. We've seen some of them that are not quite out yet, but will be. And so there is a lot of innovation happening. There's an innovation hub here in the floor that organized by IO Utilities. So I think we're seeing a lot of that. We're seeing a lot of developments in robotics. And also, of course, the big one, which is the continuing evolution of AI, artificial intelligence, that is impacting all of us.
Yes.
I mean, and faster than we even imagine. And so that is one particular technology that we are trying to make sure we bring more knowledge to our members, and how AI can help you, how it can help you have more access to markets, how it can help you improve your production and efficiencies, but also the challenges. There are a number of challenges that we need to know about. we have a financial and contracts administration conference coming up next week, workshop that we have a specific session on AI and its potential impact on financial management and contracts.
That's great.
Yeah, just an idea. But we'll be covering that later on as well. So that is a topic that I don't see it leaving our conferences, both here or in Chicago in October, or our annual meeting in mid-November, which will be in South Carolina in Charleston.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Excellent.
November 12th to the 14th.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
But it's great that you can take this issue and really kind of put it under a microscope for your members. It's a wonderful resource.
Correct.
For them.
And it goes hand in hand. Sometimes it's addressed separately from cybersecurity, but cybersecurity is a big piece of it. That goes hand in hand. So we have efforts ongoing in collaboration with the FBI and other associations that are doing a lot of work on this. AWWA, who sponsors ACE, has a continuous effort related to cybersecurity. And so we collaborate with them as well. So their members are directly impacted. So are ours. So manufacturing folks in our group need to understand that too. That they are not immune. And as a matter of fact, they're targets, and they know that. So I think collaborating on that is really, really important. But this piece, to talk about cybersecurity without really considering AI and what that does and how it affects and how they work together or sometimes not, I think is really important. And so that's why those topics are topics that WEMA is working with others and all in its own to make sure that we have a lot of contact time on that.
That's great. So you've mentioned the cybersecurity, the AI, you mentioned BABA, you mentioned the tariffs. What are some other challenges? Anything else that you guys are focusing on that maybe we haven't touched upon?
Yes, I think implementation of BABA is going to be very tough. There are a lot of potential changes. So if you take BABA and you put, I know I already mentioned that, but if you take BABA and you put tariffs on top of it, you have a compounded issue. So it's in a way kind of a new issue, although it's not, but it is, right? There are also new standards, drinking water standards. There's PFAS that I hadn't mentioned yet, but that is a big one that a lot of people in this floor are concerned about. Technologies to destroy, remove and destroy PFAS are still being worked on. There are some that are starting to go into the market. Cost is a big deal because it doesn't only have to be a technology that is available, but you also want a technology that is affordable, like with anything, right? And so it's very important that we track that we help those technologies get to the market. So one of the ways we do that is not only through conferences like this, but also direct and regular contact with federal agencies. We just had, WEMA just participated in Environmental Technologies Trade Advisory Committee, which we participate in. Well, it's an appointment by the Secretary of Commerce this last week, and talking about just that. What are some of the things coming up? How can the U.S. position itself? And also, what the tariffs mean? What does a licensing means in light of new technologies that come from different countries, and also technologies from our country going to other countries. So, so those are challenges. But making sure the regulatory standards are in place. The Supreme Court had a decision in March related to permits and NPDES permits, which is pollution discharge permits from the Clean Water Act, and it's an important decision. WEMA issued an analysis of that because it has potentially some unintended consequences, and I think we all need to understand what that is, and that analysis is available on our website. So those things come together. And they become relevant as they relate to each other, or they one more cut on the tree kind of thing. So we are tracking that, and so the effluent guidelines, they include PFAS is also important. That's on the wastewater side, where standards are set for NPDES permits again for wastewater discharge, and so we're tracking because we want to understand how those limits are being developed, but I think EPA is also trying to listen. They've been providing us an opportunity to hear about what their thoughts, what our thoughts are about what's coming. because the PFAS and biosolids are another big deal, and how we understand how to analyze that, how to understand it, what does it mean really for public health. So EPA has a series of listening sessions that they want to give us an opportunity to speak. The Department of Commerce have given us opportunity to talk to their leadership about potential impacts on supply chain. So all that is bearing fruit. That work that we've been doing for the last 2 years since I joined, and before that when Vanessa did it, and did an excellent job on that part. So I think we're continuing that. We are trying to expand as issues come up, expanding those issues as well, and make sure that we don't miss any.
Yeah, for sure. Well, it sounds like you guys have a lot going on, a lot of irons in the fire for sure.
We do.
Our viewers watching, especially if they're manufacturers, might be interested in learning a little bit more about WEMA and why, how they could become involved. Is there a website anywhere you would send them?
Yes, www.wwema.org. And our website is also our booth, 1036. We have you can just QR code there and go right into, but it's all that information is available there. Also our conferences, we have some upcoming conferences that are right on topic. We have a BABA Workshop 2.0. We had our first one last year here in Denver. But August this year, August 15th, you'll be in Reston, where is the new location of WEMA. WEMA relocated at the end of the year, 2024.
Nice.
We are now co-located in Reston, Virginia, near Dallas Airport, with the American Society of Civil Engineers.
Oh, perfect.
Yes, it is a great relationship, and we look to grow with that as well. So the BABA will be August. The BABA workshop will be August 15th there. And then we also have our annual meeting that will be in Charleston, South Carolina, as I mentioned earlier, November 12th to the 14th.
Wonderful. Wonderful. So we would definitely encourage any manufacturers watching to check out WEMA.org. And see what kind of resources could be available for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Claudio, thank you for coming by. We always love catching up with you. And good luck with all the meetings and great things that you guys have going on. We wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Absolutely.
And thanks to all of you for
Thank you.
tuning in. This has been the Water Online Show. My name is Angela Godwin.